match was nice. PV4, old nemesis. Let's see him in the match. And he has the first turn. Let's take a look at the leaders and wonders. What do we have? Sun Tzu and Zizka, Hammurabi, Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc, but no Bach, Shakespeare, Darwin, Marlene, Pierre, Bill Gates, Red Cross, no Suez. Alright. Yeah, Mr. 90 degrees Germany himself, the good old PV4. A Shoka for him. What are the wonders? Could just take Roman roads here. You will get Engineering Genius, and if he wants a Colossus, could be interesting. Could also just take the Engineering Genius. I'll go for the Roman roads. If he goes Colossus, we probably can't go for Hammurabi. Could still go for Boudica. Let's see. Nah, he isn't that crazy. He leaves Hammurabi on 2, which is also fine. But I still think I want Hammurabi. I mean, he's gonna go for Colosseum, which is also not bad for him, but alternative Boudica here. She's not bad, but I think I'd rather go Hammurabi. He works nicely with the Roman roads. Early Zizka, very early Zizka. Biggest problem with Zizka is we have Hammurabi, we don't really draw a lot of cards for a tactic. Iron and Roman roads. The Colosseum for him, okay. Zizka comes down to 1. We also have a colony. I guess I really should go for Zizka. On the other hand, what if I don't draw a tactic for him? This can backfire so much, but your experience playing TTAs against AI, yeah, that will skew your perspective a little bit, definitely. Boudica's really good for the free resource. Yeah, if your opponent, I mean, even if you can choose your resource from Boudica, she's fine, but yeah, sometimes she just feels a little bit tricky. So we have Zizka in hand. The good thing is we have Hammurabi as a first leader, so we have time for the tactic. We have a lot of time, because we don't need a new leader immediately. Maybe we can get the monarchy, that would be great. With Hammurabi we can probably set up a good revolution turn. So what is he gonna do? He has a couple of rocks, but I mean he could just finish the Colosseum, grab the breakthrough. Maybe I would like that from him. can't go for iron. I mean, he could play politics to try to get one extra science, go for the iron. Start upgrading those, but I mean, it's also a good turn to just finish the Colosseum. Maybe he's thinking about denying the monarchy, irrigation and breakthrough, also really high value cards on the first row. Yeah, he will do that, and breakthrough, okay. Leaves the drama on too. Maybe, I mean, probably not by choice, had to do it, but yeah, would have liked that on 1 to grab. I will finish the Roman roads, monarchy for revolution at some point, and then probably irrigation. Yeah, irrigation is good here. We also might get the iron soon. A lot of science cards and not a lot of science production. That is a big problem here. But we might get the monarchy cheap. There could be still a lot of science in the developments. Okay, a lot of colonies, but no sewers. No real colony leader. I guess maybe we can play this Torque next turn. Or maybe not. If he doesn't trigger anything, I can just go Monarchy Revolution, build a lab, be out of corruption. So if he lets me do that, it'd be nice. Universitas would be very good, yeah. Universitas would be perfect. If that shows up, I could rethink going for the extra philosophy, but yeah, if that doesn't come out, or in general, if we have the revolution turn plus a little philosophy, that would be quite good. And then he can go for iron this turn, but he wants to open something. Politics. Please a tactic? No tactic. A lot of colonies, but no tactics. Why? There's 4 good tactics we could go for. Quite easily. Or then medieval army or phalanx would also be fine at this point, because there's still 2 knights. Even though that would mean another technology to research. If we do the revolution thing next turn, we will miss out on the iron. Okay, he will go for the iron and the drama. Okay. And then next turn you can upgrade both bronze to iron. Yeah, but I think this turn is just too strong. Getting more military actions, we really need to draw tactics soon. Yeah, it just has to be this. I have fear. Okay, at least a tactic we can use, the medieval army. Trade routes. And this is a good combo if we want to push strength now. The only problem is we don't know what he played. And we don't have any strength related cards in hand, but we could push a little bit of military now. We're in a good position to do that. So maybe it's time to try that. Go for knights next turn, 2 knights, play the tactic, and then at some point we can even transition into heavy cavalry once Zizka's gone, but that's quite a while off. Yeah, the code will be hard to go for then, but maybe that's fine. Okay, he's preparing for Leonardo and printing press, so probably not too much strength in here, but you can still push it. Okay, a lot of rocks. The easiest way to get rid of rocks is with military, so let's do that. And breakthrough. Yeah, I think I like this. There's no wonder showing up. All the wonders are really, really late. Maybe that's okay. I mean, instead we don't draw anything, so the next card we play is also has to be another territory, but maybe that's alright. Maybe we make him sweat a little bit here. I mean, yeah, he can go for knights. Can copy our tactic at some point, but maybe that delays his Leonardo printing press. I mean, he's setting up for Shakespeare already, which is, yeah, going not too bad for him. So maybe we can stop him a little bit in that regard. At least we can try. Yeah, this is one of those games where I actually would like to have aggressions. If we had 1 or 2 aggressions instead of the colonies. I guess I did draw one, or didn't I? Yeah, I did draw, okay, the kidnap. Yeah. I mean, better than nothing, maybe. But here, if I had some aggressions, I could increase pop again, build a knight. Maybe grab the bread, because we need happy faces soon. Leonardo for him, he's not afraid apparently. No, not at all. I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Why not PP here? Well, we don't have population for printing presses anymore, really. We already have 2 philosophies and almost no free population, so PPs are hard to go for here. 2 science, that's great. Can go for either the irrigation. Yeah, probably the irrigation. Branch circus can still come later. I would like to build another knight. Just in case we draw something really good, but then we have a problem next turn with the happy faces, so I guess no real reason to do it. We are stronger anyway, and then we'll just wait. We also don't have a card, we don't have an aggression, so if he has rebellion on top here now, I mean he also has an uprising, but if one of these is rebellion, could suck. Assume it's bad to build PP and destroy the labs to move them over. Yeah, that is kinda expensive. I mean, the good thing about printing presses is that they're really cheap, but if you also have to destroy the philosophy, printing presses basically cost 6. So that's not worth it. Paying 3 rocks to, or spending all of that to build another printing press when the only thing it does is produce 1 culture. Philosophies are fine. The advantage that printing press has is only that one culture, and that is not worth 3 rocks to destroy at this point. A lot of... Okay, the wonders from H1 were pretty late. The ones from H2 are pretty early. What do we get? Historic. Yeah, I would take that. It would help me here. But I don't want to pay too much. At least we get 1 card out of his hand for the historic. I mean, also helps him a little bit. What has developed. Could open that on our turn if we play... If we get the bread, we could play the Rebellion. Rebellion maybe not that great. Maybe strategic. First card Ocean Liner, yeah. But he doesn't care. I mean, maybe he cares. Maybe he's still planning with the Ocean Liner. Team sports, also interesting. Crusades, we get some reward for getting stronger here. Not too much, but we get some. Could go for team sports. Could also just go for printing presses here. My new camera is really nice. It's nice to not have your video die. That's good. Yeah, it also is really good for me, not having to be careful with that. Having my phone and the camera both at the same time is also quite nice. So yeah, thanks. Thanks for the feedback. It also wasn't really expensive. I should have just bought one like this like a year ago. Okay, so he can, yeah, if we, I think we just grab 2 frugalities here. We could go still for Ocean Liner. I mean, we have to grab one of these wonders, I think. Great Wall doesn't really work for us. Railroad also doesn't work at all. Universitas maybe a little bit late. I mean, Ocean Liner could still be a thing. And if I go for Ocean Liner, then I want another mine. I think maybe I like that. Go for 1 more mine, go for Ocean Liner. Hello cards. Hello, hello. Tactics, tactics. Is Red Cross in? Yes, it is. So that of course is an argument against the Ocean Liner. He can't do Ocean Liner? Nope. He has the Forbidden City. When he can play Masonry, finish the Forbidden City for 2 civil actions, gets 1 back. And then he needs to pay 3 for the Ocean Liner still, so no option for him to grab the Ocean Liner. Still no defend cards. I would have liked some defend cards for that developed, but yeah, not yet. I mean, with this tactic, we could also go for the Great Wall instead of the ocean. Yeah, I also wonder about the Forbidden City. Maybe thought we would then just take it away if he doesn't grab a wonder here, but he also had other options. And what does the Forbidden City really do for him? He has drama, he wants to go for Shakespeare, which gives him enough happy faces. So we'll see what his plan is. I mean, if we get the ocean line, I could even send 2 units for the developed, like a whole army. Would also make the transition into fortifications possible. And we will get that population back with the ocean liner. Wave, okay. I guess I can go for new deposits. Maria too, yeah. Do we just go for her now? And he can't really grab her away. I could just not increase population. I could also just go for her and then using her next turn. On the other hand, we don't have more than 3 military actions when Zizka is gone. Just going for a next turn also works nicely. Yeah, he can't really go for her, can he? Selective breeding. I mean, he has irrigation in hand, but I will see. Next turn I can finally go for the code, which I think I will do, especially because we hopefully will win the developed territory for 1 army. Because, yeah, again, we didn't draw any colonization cards, but I can send the army now. No problem. I mean, he could be thinking about Harvard College. Jesus is a pretty nice draw though. I mean, with Maria we're gonna go military, he maybe goes Shakespeare still. How it means corruption for him? We'll see, not necessarily, right? Can grab it and increase the iron. Well, I sent 5 here, hopefully that is enough. I fear it is not enough, but it is. Good. Now we can't even use the wave at the moment. He has so many rocks, that's why I'm thinking that he might go Harvard. He could also just not touch any of the row. Like just grab the cannons, go for irrigation or something, or grab selective breeding, go for that. And then just grab Harvard College next turn. Where he could grab Harvard College and finish it in 1 turn, which is quite nice. Selective breeding, yeah, he does that. And then he wants Harvard College and finish it next turn. Yeah, I sadly cannot push really. He will win the strategic and I don't want him to win the strategic. I need a new army for that. So, good question here. Do I use Maria first or do I use the military action first from Shishka? There's also a lot of important cards, strategy, cannon. So I think we start with Code of Laws and finishing the Ocean Liner. Maria as well. I guess we play her. New worker. And a strategy. I'm thinking strategy. Not he just goes Republic and strategy in one turn. And we can go for that next, so we need that to put up pressure. We might miss cannon, but then we still have other options. Could even keep Shishka. Is there an argument to keep Shishka one turn? Just for the military action and the draw. I just don't want to discard all of these. I guess I can discard the Hussars, keep the refugees, the classic army and the fortifications. I mean, the chance is still relatively high that we will get the other copy of the cannon. And finally the defend card. Knowledge, more science, alright. We definitely need a lot of science, and he has a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of food saved up. We have Ocean Liner Maria will do a lot of work. We should be able to win the colony and rebuild the army with Maria. The only problem is we don't have cannons. If we could rebuild the army with cannons already, it would be very strong, but it won't work. Okay, he does go for Republic and he will go for cannons, so we're guaranteed to get the Saint Army, and he will keep the option for Shakespeare open as well. So let me play the refugees. Deposits, okay, so definitely the strategy. And what do we build now? Maybe we don't want to do all of that. 6 mines, obviously. And we need more heavy phases soon anyway, and then 1 breakthrough and 1 reserves perhaps. I mean, I could also increase pop again. Or another mine. Another mine is probably too much. Are they wasted really? I don't think increased population is a waste. We really need to increase pop. I guess I could prepare for coal with an efficient upgrade. I mean, breakthrough is great. We still don't have that much science. Efficient upgrade can be used for computers or anything. I think we should increase population quite a lot here. Yeah, maybe I don't need the pop that much, but I need to get rid of some food. I don't know, I think we still also need a lot of pop. And then there's still an option to go for coal next turn. He has a lot of rocks now, but not that much population. But I could definitely see him going for Shakespeare, Opera, build one, start his culture engine. There's Riflemen. They are definitely important. And we have that war of attack, so if we get those Riflemen, we could go for war. Have to keep in mind that there's strategic territory, but I mean, he hasn't played politics yet, no. War, Jestai wants war. We will maybe give it for him. Yeah, maybe. The thing is, I can't build 2 Riflemen just like that. It's the name of the current song. Ah, too late. Can't go back, sadly, sorry. He will go for rifles, okay, so that part of the plan is a no, and then he goes for military. So I think the terrorism should be a safe bet. I mean, I've said that quite often already, but this time I feel pretty safe about it. And still no cannon, that kind of sucks. Oh, that was a mistake. I definitely wanted to send the card as well, but whoops. Concentrating on something else. Luckily we still win it. So yeah, there's that. And see, we get the coal still. And this guy's free. It makes us stronger. Could be good. I guess, yeah, the thing is, this guy is also free. He's even more free, if that makes sense. And then I need one more printing press at some point anyway. There is Pierre, after all. I mean, I guess I don't need it really, but it just works quite nicely, I would say. And we become stronger. Use frugality. I mean, is it so bad that we lose it? If I increase pop, we will be producing 1 less food, so I think it's fine to lose it. I guess I can understand that Frugstar wants the frugality, but sorry. This should be it with colonies, I think. On the other hand, who needs aggressions? Ooh, that's nice, mobile artillery. I don't want to keep freedom. Well, I couldn't decide what I wanted to keep, and I definitely wanted to keep these. I mean, maybe I didn't need to keep classic army. Maybe. So yeah, for us the plan is basically war. Don't think we have much besides war as an option. I mean, maybe if you get Pierre and go for operas or something. I mean, we have good work production now as well. We have a great tactic, so maybe next turn we can go for war. The problem is he has wave, he has cannons in hand. If he has defensive army, I mean, that's basically the only army he can have. But he's also signaling it, so I'm counting on him having that. Would mean he has to put a lot of population into military to match us with that. And it could be a good war turn. Even if he has... How much is that? If he has 2 cannons and a rifleman, but... Then he also has to play the tactics, so... We'll see. Crappy war? Is it so crappy? I mean, he needs a science. Maybe not that much, but... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I could also just play the politics of strength into the deck. Get closer to the refugees, to the terrorism. And mouse is still a little bit broken. I might need a new one. Yeah, that's the thing. It would derail, and the thing is how... Okay. He wants to get ahead of us, go for the strength now. I'm not too afraid of this. This can't be really anything. Could be Cold War. That's the only bad thing left, right? Refugees is in. Let me see how much strength I get here. Yeah, more than enough to be stronger than him. Then let's play politics of strength. Ah, we have more. Yeah, right. Mobile artillery. You guys are right. Well, international agreement. I don't care about that one too much. Yeah, it's good for him, but. Yeah, I was wondering why we don't have that much. But right, we have that mobile artillery. Maybe a rich land for another upgrade. Or an opera to produce some culture soon. And he just put all this population into military. Why are we still losing the terrorism? That isn't supposed to happen with him having Shakespeare. I'm a little bit mad about that. I guess that's one argument against operas. I will never build movies. That's true. What? How do you mean that? Opera then? Yeah, I mean, movies are quite expensive, I guess. So we don't need you guys anymore. And maybe you. You definitely not. Okay, we got a strong signal from the card draw. Pretty strong signal there. Well, let's see. He has that international agreement, so he can't grab a lot of cards if he wants to skip his politics phase. He will military build-up, engineering genius, cavalryman. So he has, yeah, with military build-up some extra rocks, but is rocks really what he needs? Or did he just want to deny that? Long live war, war's peace? Yeah, kinda. He's prepping to also defend though, so I don't know if this will go to a war place. We're both low on science, so air forces are relatively unlikely. On the other hand, revolutionary ideas super important. He has one in hand and he will be getting this one. Tiebreaker for terrorism? Yeah, I think I lose. I win that tie for more culture. So let's hope he gets more culture production. And maybe he destroys philosophy, goes into opera. Who knows? Who knows? He will destroy it, but he won't use that. So he can't play politics anyway, which is fine. That's fine. Maybe I should only increase population once. If I look at this, see we are 36 after production. If he plays a card, he will be up to 37. So I also don't really need to build that extra knight. What I could do is upgrade one more coal, one air coal, and then grab some cards. Like a wonder. These are all the wonders besides Red Cross. Alright, we will tie, that's true. 37, you would also be 37. But I kind of like going for the coal. What I would really like maybe is an opera. Yeah, he's probably not going to play anything anyway, that's true. So maybe it is an argument to not do that and then go up to 38 strength, so we might win it next turn. I mean, you could just say full on military from here. Grab the Manhattan Project. Ah, it's so hard. He has so many rocks. Can we really beat him? Normally first. Oh, did I do it the wrong way this time? Looks like I did. Yep. And are we ever gonna win a war? I mean, when we get, I mean, this could be nice. I don't now. There's no colony. For, we can get rid of this. I mean, if we get Pierre, we will have quite the culture production all of a sudden. Hey, there's some population. Could pop this turn, go for another pair, but we still have that war. We don't have the resource to finish the main project at the moment. Could just go for another army though. And we have enough for air forces. Enough science, that is. Here it's not about winning, but rather keeping him occupied so that he doesn't get a million pairs. Yeah, we did that quite nicely, right? He has that one pair, and then he decided he has to go for his double defensive army. Can he Fleming and multimedia? He can do a lot of things, yeah. Could do that. He can also draw the modern army. That would be really good for him. Surprised about the low science. Well, this game it really helps us that we have Maria. She's giving us some good science. Him, not so much. He's getting by with revolutionary ideas. But the idea is generally just don't only research what you really need. Okay, it does go for an extra pair. And a wonder. Okay, he's not afraid at all. Not afraid at all. So I don't think we can go for war here. So let's play international negotiations. Refugees is nice. and then set up one more army. And with Engineering Genius we have enough to finish the main project. Or we have enough for 2 air forces. That's my first idea here. I don't think anything else. I mean, we have quite a lot of military actions, civil actions and military actions. Either 2 air forces could be good. Main project. Can we set up main project and 1 air force? I don't think so. Maybe because of actions. But we might have even more time. There's an air force. So let's do some math. Oh, maybe not. Let's see first. Politics or strength? Okay. The population has a great impact. Colonies, war colonies is also okay. Sadly, still not the terrorism. So we need 3 civil actions for the main project. We need 1 to play patriotism, 1 to grab air force, 1 to play air force, no civil action to increase pop. So if air force comes down to 1, we might have enough for air force and wonder. You're confused as how to input of population works? It's quite easy. You count your workers, so every yellow dot, and then -10. So the first 10 don't give anything. So if you have exactly 10, you get 0. If you have 20, you get 20. So the first 20 just don't count. So us, for example, we have 18 culture from this. So we have 9 population over 10. So we have 19 population. And he has exactly 20 population. Now he has 15 population. First 10 should be the old ones. Yeah, maybe the old ones don't count. Those who have been here from the beginning, they are too old. Can't count them anymore. Won't be alive in the next age anymore. They're too old. He just finishes the wonder. He's not afraid. He will grab the air force. I guess he has the possibility to defend. There's air force, but I mean, we don't have to go for the war this turn. We have 1 more turn where we could do it with air forces then. He has only 4 production. I mean, his big bottleneck is the military actions. So what can he do? 2 air forces? Let's try the war. Sadly, we don't quite have enough for so he can go for 2 air forces, or he can go for cavalryman and new tactic. Rest for air force next turn. Could we? I mean, this is free, right? Or do you mean the patriotism? 6, 7. I mean, it's not enough for 2 air forces anyway, right? What do you mean the science? I mean, we have another war. Air forces this turn. Sadly, we're missing 1 rock to finish this. No, more. So we can't finish my project next turn anyway. Can do plus 38. Are you sure? He has to play the tactic and cavalrymen and the air forces. So I don't think he has enough for that. So we're definitely going for war, and I think this wonder.
Now I am become the destroyer of worlds.
Actually, there's no problem. We get 1 more science from Maria next turn, and then we can go for 1 air force. And the other way is 1 more strength here, but we can't finish the main project next turn. I think this is good. Is this colony? Probably not. 3rd war, true. Impact, impact, impact. Let's keep the impacts for now. 1 aggression, maybe. There's no colony, is there? And we have satellites if we need it. Let's hope we did all of the math correct. One more question. There are 2 numbers on some tactics. What are the smaller numbers? Well, let me see. Here, for example, the defensive army gives you him 6 strength, because all of these units are up to date. Defensive army needs units. It is from H2, so it needs units from H1, 2, or 3 to be up to date. If these riflemen were warriors instead, he would only get the 3 strength per tactic. So if he had 2 warriors, he would get 3 for the 1 tactic, and then he has 1 tactic which is not outdated, where he would get 6. Tactic score when you use young workers. If only there was more complex stuff through the ages, and we had young and old workers. Would be definitely needed in this game. Why does fortifications have 2 numbers? Is there even a way to have that outdated? Zhishka. That was before the expansion. That actually, when I learned the game, I was like, did we do it correctly? Because there is no possibility to have these. Same for mobile artillery. So before the expansion there was no reason, and now I think the only reason is Zhishka. Okay, I think we can't go for another war. Because actually can't also push because there's terrorism now. The other war, the problem, if he has that tactic, can build 2 cavalrymen and play it. And do I need that risk at this point? That's the question. I mean, I have input of population, which is a really good impact, and then I have colonies, which is playable. Competition, not really. Yeah, I think I would push as well. We can only lose the Brand Circus. I don't think I want to plunder. He has no wonder anyway, so he doesn't get much from his rocks. So what do we push? Definitely the population first. Let's see what we get. Then we can plan. But the wonder is too risky. And a risk we don't have to take. Prosperity, okay. How much strength would that give him? A lot. If he goes for cavalryman and the new tactic, that's like too much. Okay, I don't actually need to increase pop. Do I go for mechanized agriculture? No, we don't have that. Improve happiness probably is what we want then. And then we go for democracy next turn. Can build one more grand circus. Maybe happiness. I don't need the rocks here, right? We have enough rocks to rebuild 2 grand circuses next turn. We have enough for democracy. It doesn't matter if we pop now or next turn, because we only have 1 yellow cube left, and we get that next turn for free with the ocean liner. I mean, we get 1 more science, but we can also just go for the religion, right? It does with Maria. 1 science doesn't do anything though. But like this we can go for religion. Yeah, one culture, but we get the culture from the religion. I'm not sure if that matters, but just to prove my point I will end the turn without considering that. Or without going for Maria. I can go for Malena. Oh, that is... Was better this card? I guess it was better, yeah. Warrior could have been fine, true. But we need the population next turn for the extra Grand Circus anyway. Well, we'll see. Malena is a problem. That will give him 2 more happy faces. Can maybe even go for an extra opera. Then he will have full happy faces as well. We didn't draw another good impact, so... Okay, terrorism sadly comes out while he has less, so a little bit too late, but actually international negotiations probably not gonna matter. I mean, what are his best impacts? Culture, no longer, but could be. But not if we go democracy and 1 more bread and circus. Science. Technology, no. I don't really see a lot of good impacts for him. Variety, no. Progress, no. Government, at the moment, but we get democracy. Harmony, no. Wonders, no. I might actually beat my nemesis with Pierre. Yeah, that's the best part about that. With Pierre and 4 bread and circuses. Not the 5, but the 4. And I'll be happy with that. It's good for him by 1 point, the wonders, yeah. Do you guys see anything that I'm missing? In agriculture, no, he's at -1. We actually at 0, and we might go down. We're also gonna go down. So agriculture could be good for him. Progress, no. Wonders, we had that. Population is in. Government, no. We get democracy. Architecture, sure. And government, I think, will change once we get democracy, right? But architecture. Strength, no. Oh, let's see. Goes Malena. I mean, culture, perhaps. Science and culture. Then we don't want happiness anymore. No, he's full on that. So we go for colonies or government competition. And colonies is pretty safe. But let's do it right and see once what we want to do here. So we don't have a lot of rocks left. We will steal some, but yeah, colonies is the best thing to play. And then let us steal his rocks. We're missing, if it's culture and science, then we might be screwed. On the other hand, we have production, we have 2 impacts. So what is their population? Colonies can't actually do anything that would be good, but we know it's not strength and we know it's not competition. Yeah, if we had 1 more rock. We don't need these rocks, do we? Yeah, we would have. We would have needed those. Could have gone for extra philosophy. 1 more philosophy would have won us in bed of science. 2 rocks. Can't do much with that. Variety. Yeah, I think we basically guaranteed to win like this, and that's good enough. We don't need to build 3 bread and circuses. We do need all those bread and circuses, my friend. We do need those. Culture, okay. Wonders, yeah. Colonies 6 to 3, and then population 24 to 12. So yeah. Enough, even if we had science instead, we would have won. So yeah, finally able to beat my nemesis once again, which is nice. So today we had 2 really high profile games, 1 versus Splinter and 1 versus PV4. And we got 1 win out of that. Nice. Great game, great game. Let's see those buntos come in, or the rank coming in. Going up to Silver Age 2, I believe then. Yes, Silver Age 2, nice. So overall, successful climbing up the ladder. And yeah, 2 great games. Hope you guys enjoyed them as well. I think both of them were quite fun. Both quite close, and that's the best part about games, if they're close. So yeah, thanks for watching today. I don't know when I will be streaming again. You guys will see. For those of you who haven't seen me last time, Happy New Year, a little bit late, but better late than never. And yeah, see you guys next time.